the universe gives you a little gift. And that little gift is the vindication. That is what you get for forgiving, putting them in the past and moving on, and just letting that person be back there in the past. And you do get rewarded. That's what vindication is. It's your reward for forgiving and moving on. Revenge, though, becomes a vicious cycle because, like I said, though, no matter how much that person deserves whatever it is, and trust me, there's some piece of shits out there and they deserve a lot. And we feel that we need to be the ones that give it. But the thing is then we're putting that energy back on us. And we're better than that. You're better than that. Hello, everyone. Janna here. Welcome to my show. So I completely forgot when I recorded last episode, it was episode 100. This is episode 101. I cannot believe that. That's a big deal. And it just completely slipped by me. So thank you to all who tune in regularly. Honestly, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing my story. I enjoy inspiring and motivating you. I enjoy talking to you. I wish that, this was a podcast where, once a week I could have people call in and ask me questions, but one day, right? That's on my big goal list. But just thank you. I mean, seriously. And, it just means a lot. It's really crazy. Episode 101. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about vindication versus revenge. I used to think those were the same things, but they're not. So let's discuss that. Revenge, my friends, is something that you go after. Okay, revenge is something that you seek, and it typically comes from a negative place. Revenge kind of takes over in your world in the sense of you become obsessed with it. Like you won't stop until you get that. And trust me, there's a lot of piece of shits out there. I know a few of them. But when they hurt you and they fuck you over and they do you wrong or you're, someone you love wrong, let it just be that moment that they did that. Because revenge, you're still giving them your energy, right? Like, yeah, it sucks that they did what they did. But the thing is that then you were supposed to put them in the back. That person was then supposed to go into the back in your rearview mirror and leave them there. So when you seek revenge, you're still giving that person energy. They don't deserve it anymore, right? And it's like, but you don't understand what they did. There's no way they're going to get away with that. Let me tell you something. They do not get away with it. I don't care the depth of it. Doesn't matter how fucked over they did you or your loved ones. I promise you that they do not get away with it. Now, let's get to vindication. The difference is that revenge is something you seek and you go after, you make it happen. Vindication is when you have forgiven that person and you move the fuck on, you put them in that rearview mirror where they belong, and then the universe is able to handle it. And man, oh man, is it sweet. I recently just had a little bit of that, and it's always unexpected. And, because you're not seeking it and you're just move on because fuck them. You know what? They're shitty. They did me wrong. It sucked. But you know what? They're a piece of shit. So why do I want to mourn any more off of them? They need to be in the back and stay in the past where they belong. And you move on. And then, you have a day like I had the other day where it's like, whoa. I could not have planned it better. And because there'd been a little bit of time that went by, like a few years, those few years were necessary in order for the vindication that just happened. Because it wouldn't have been the same if it would have happened pretty soon after. And that's what inspired me to do this episode. And if you follow me on Instagram, the post I made, I guess by the time you listen to this, it might be a month. But I realized that vindication is when the universe handles the karma for you. That's what vindication is. And it is sweeter than you could ever imagine. But the thing is that you're off the hook. When you seek revenge, you're asking for some negative energy to come back around to you. And hey, I get it. You're like, but no, 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 no. They fucked me over. Why would I get fucked over? That's just the way the law of attraction, the energy works in the world, my friends. If you go fuck someone over, whether they deserve it or not, you're asking for that energy to come back to you somehow. And it does. And it will. And then there's going to be more revenge. And then it's going to come back again. Don't let that happen. As hard as it is, just know the universe has your back. The universe is not going to let those piece of shits get away with it. They do not. It might seem like they do, and you might not ever know the karma that they receive. You just got to know that your hands are free and clean of it, and their little bitch asses are in the past. And that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, when that happened to me the other day, the vindication, it was, I haven't even thought about this person. This was a ex-best friend that fucked me over horribly. And actually my husband, uh, he knew him for a long time. And, yeah, it was so nice. It was so fucking nice. I'm still smiling about it. It's been like a week. And I was like, whoa, wow. I mean, the timing was motherfucking impeccable. And, yeah, I'm still smiling over it. It was absolutely amazing. And just know that that will happen for you. And as much as you think the revenge will be sweet, it's actually the vindication, because the universe knows that person more than you ever could have imagined. They know every little bitty detail, their ins and outs. So don't you think the universe really knows how to get them back? Probably so. So always, 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 my friends, seek vindication. Actually, how about I reword that? Wait for vindication, or just know that vindication's going to come. And it does. It does. Somehow, some way, especially when it's something big, right? I'm not talking about every little thing that happens to you. I'm talking about those big fuckovers, right? The infidelity, the best friend who all of a sudden literally turns against you and you don't even know who the fuck they are. I'm talking about stuff like that, where it's like, wow, that was really unexpected. And, you know, I'm absolutely, hurt by that. I'm talking about those big things like that. I promise you, vindication always comes. I am telling you because I've personally experienced it, by the biggest upsets and heartbreaks that I've had. And it's happened more than once with each of them. And it's just sweeter every time. And it's almost like when you let vindication take place, it's like the universe gives you a little gift. And that little gift is the vindication. That is what you get for forgiving, putting them in the past and moving on, and just letting that person be back there in the past. And you do get rewarded. That's what vindication is. It's your reward for forgiving and moving on. Revenge becomes a vicious cycle because, like I said, though, no matter how much that person deserves whatever it is, and trust me, there's some piece of shits out there and they deserve a lot. And we feel that we need to be the ones that give it. But the thing is then we're putting that energy back on us. And we're better than that. You're better than that. This is not going to be a very long episode today. I'm looking at my time and realize it's only like 8.5 minutes. It's not going to be a super long one, mainly because there's not a whole lot of depth to go into that. It's really that fucking simple. Think about that. And I want you to have patience with it, right? And I think it's hard, especially for us women, right? When we get fucked over, you want to tell everybody, oh my God, you're not going to believe what she did. And there's the gossip, right? And there's oh, I'm going to make sure that they know and I'm going to get her back. I think about how that sounds, just hearing it from me, I'm going to get her back. That sounds so fucking immature. You're better than that. No, 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 no. Say, I'm going to forgive you, girlfriend, because it ain't for you. It's for me. Put you right there in the back where you fucking belong. And yeah, I know the universe is going to handle the rest. That's all you got to do. That's it. And then just fucking forget and move on. If you're going to sit idly by and wait day after day after day for vindication, it doesn't work like that. I'm telling you right now, I've had it happen within months. I've had it happen within a year, or recently within a few years. And I don't even think about that person anymore, right? Like Yeah, blocked you, blocked you, blocked you, blocked you, blocked you too. But it's kind of funny how that happens, right? And the best thing I ever did, my friends, was I moved the fuck on, right? Best friend shit, yeah, that hurts, that sucked. But there's something really beautiful about when you're completely broken, right? Like with the infidelity in my last marriage and the lies and the deceit and the narcissistic abuse and the divorce and losing my kids 50% of the time, went from 100% to 50% just so he could hurt me more, right? And man, don't you think I was pissed, I was hurt. But I decided to move on, let the universe handle it, forgive. I learned what forgiveness was. The beautiful thing about my heart being shattered into a billion pieces was I got to put it back together the way I wanted it to be. And through that pain and through the healing and doing the inner work, that was when I finally said yes to me. Going through that process of healing, I didn't realize that I was beginning to shatter my limiting beliefs. I was breaking my invisible chains. I was elevating myself and growing. And I was saying, okay, as painful as this is, and though I did nothing wrong and he did the worst thing you could do, what is it that I need to learn here? Tell me, universe. What is it? Tell me, creator. What do I need to learn right here? And anytime you do ask the universe or the creator, that God, anytime you say, hey, what it is that you want to show me, you will be shown immediately. And I would not be sitting right here. I would not be talking through this mic. I would not have a top podcast now in our country. I would not have a number one bestseller. I wouldn't have articles on E! News and LA Weekly and Success Magazine and CEO Weekly and be a regular on Fox News. I wouldn't have any of that. That was not my life before. And I didn't know ever, even remotely, how to even make any of that shit happen. But I knew that God did. And I knew that that was my destiny. And I believed in myself for the first fucking time. I said yes to me. I was scared shitless. But let me tell you something. When you're scared, when you have nerves, say thank you. And then say, I'm going to win today. And you overcome that. And don't you ever do some petty bullshit by seeking revenge. Wash your hands of it. Forgive. Put them in the back. Move the fuck on. And let the universe handle. And you will be vindicated, my friends. That's it for today. Super short. Not going to take any more of your time. Love ya. Leave some comments for me. And I'll be getting better about responding to those too, by the way. All right. Thank you.